Welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. My name is Mike, and today we're going to have a look at MapleFinance's Syrup USDC. What is it? Where you can earn up to 30% APY, and how do they generate the yield? Let's go and have a look. Now let's start with the bullish news that's got everybody paying attention. MapleFinance recently announced that Syrup USDC had scaled to over $2 billion in assets under management. This is incredible considering where it started back in January, where the total assets under management for the entire company was less than $500 million. Incredible growth, incredible performance by MapleFinance, and we've covered that before. Just to give you some numbers, this is over a 400% growth quarter on quarter. A 4x every single quarter. Absolutely incredible. MapleFinance has now become one of the de facto DeFi platforms for you to use. Now, had I shown you any of these charts before, you would think this was a meme coin. The performance is astronomical, and that's something you have to bear in mind. Maple is expanding in an expanding sector of the market, and that is real-world assets. This is not hype growth. This is real institutional adoption. Now let's look at the yield of Syrup USDC. The base APY is around 6 to 7%, which again outperforms USDC and USDT, which offer roughly 3 to 4%. So Syrup USDC is roughly 75% higher than traditional yields on these tokens if you were to go through the likes of Coinbase or Binance. So if you're looking at 6.4 to 7% roughly APY, what am I showing you on the screen now? Well, this is KaminoFinance. We've talked about KaminoFinance now on this channel for about 3 years. It's my favorite Solana-based financial platform. Through here, you can deposit your assets, you can deposit your liquidity pool tokens, you can do an awful lot, you can earn their KMNO points. But what we're interested in here is the Syrup Loop multiplier. This will push you up above 31%. Now again, there is risk associated with this, as with all things, but you can earn a yield easily of 8 to 12% through this platform on your Syrup USDC without taking on too much risk. It is constantly outperforming pretty much everything else on Solana, and for me it's the go-to place. So what makes Syrup USDC so much better than everything else? Well, first of all, it's the fastest growing yield-bearing stablecoin in the market. A 10x increase in the market cap this year alone, powered by Chainlink's CCIP. Again, another favorite of Crypto Warehouse, Chainlink. Chainlink's CCIP allows seamless movement of assets across multiple blockchains. It's the ideal solution, and again, one alpha knows another alpha, and that is MapleFinance and Chainlink. And because of this partnership, it's allowed Syrup USDC to simply outperform all of the competition. In terms of adoption, in terms of liquidity, it's simply the best. So how does Syrup USDC generate this yield? It's pretty straightforward. People deposit USDC into the Syrup platform and get Syrup USDC in return. These start earning yield immediately. And where is the magic? MapleFinance's on-chain lending infrastructure. Your deposits are aggregated and lent out to vetted institutional borrowers like funds, market makers, in over-collateralized pools. This creates real-world yield from interest payments, not just token emissions. And that's important to remember. This is real yield. This is not emissions where your tokens will fall in value over time. In fact, Syrup USDC increases in value over time. And because it's on-chain, it's transparent. You can go and see in real time. You can use tools and applications like June Analytics to go and monitor MapleFinance's performance in real time. Now we've just shown you KaminoFinance. There are other places where you can earn yield on your Syrup USDC, including the likes of Aave, and of course, don't miss out on Pendle. Trade future yields of Syrup USDC over in Pendle. Lock in fixed rates of up to roughly 9% over on Pendle, or stake for points. It's a perfect yield farming opportunity over there on Pendle. We are also big fans of them as well. Syrup USDC is fully integrated since last year over there, so make sure to go and check out Pendle, and certainly don't forget to go and check out KaminoFinance. So there we have it, Syrup USDC in a nutshell. Now, in my conclusion, I want to cover off a few things. First of all, everything in crypto and Web3 carries a certain element of risk. With regards to stablecoins and yield-bearing stablecoins, you also have the risk of depegging. That's where the value falls out of line with the original dollar. But let's focus on what I think you can do with Syrup USDC. The strategy that I am taking up is very simple. When we start to see Ethereum towards $6,000–$7,000, maybe when we see Solana start to push $500–$600, or XRP hits $6–$7, I'll start to dollar cost average out of my positions. Taking profits is how you win. It's all well and good packing your bags last year, but taking profits is also equally important, and you need a strategy for when you take those profits, and Syrup USDC is that strategy. Forget the loop, forget the 30%, stick to the core 6–7%. Every $100,000 you have is going to make you $6,000–$7,000 a year in interest. Compounded over a very long period of time, maybe the next 2 or 3 years before the next blow off top, you could be looking at turning that into $125,000. So Syrup USDC is the solution to the problem of dollar cost averaging out. What next? What next is Syrup USDC? Now, thinking further down the line, yes, you can go to KaminoFinance, yes, you can go to Aave or Pendle, but thinking outside of the box, there's no reason Syrup USDC isn't going to be on every major exchange within the next 12 to 18 months. It's already on Binance, Coinbase, Crypto.com, Kraken, KuCoin. They're all going to look for a yield-bearing stablecoin. Why? Because now is the time to think about taking profits and locking those profits up into a stablecoin that earns you a yield is the solution. So I'm expecting a lot of the exchanges to start looking at that, as well as a lot of other things, such as the yield-bearing Bitcoin product that's going to be rolling out from MapleFinance soon. So all is rosy with Syrup USDC, in my opinion, and I would advise checking out the links that I'm going to leave below this video so you can go and make your own mind up. Remember, none of this is financial advice. This is my opinion, and my opinion is this: Syrup USDC is the #1 yield-bearing stablecoin in Web3. Thanks for watching to the end of this video. My name is Mike. You have been great. Adios.